Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my high.
Makadi, and welcome to Harare. So we are in one of the beautiful neighborhoods here in Harare, and I'm meeting one of the most inspiring entrepreneurs to inspire you, to inspire us. Hello, Bright.
Hi, how are you, Tigress?
Makadi.
No, Tiripo, Makadi.
Nice meeting you, Brian.
Bright. I will keep correcting you until you get it.
Okay, nice meeting you, Bright. Nice meeting you, Bright. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself. You can introduce yourself to our audience.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Bright Makuchete. Yes, I'm an aspiring entrepreneur based in Belvedere, Harare, Zimbabwe. And yeah, I'm sitting here with African Tigress, very, very excited to be with you right now. What can I tell you about myself?
I'm so interested. I would love to know your story.
All right. Where do I start? Actually, my story starts with the rabbit tree. All right.
So we start at the rabbit tree.
We should go to the rabbit tree.
All right, great.
Okay, let's go there.
Great.
Wonderful. Can I put on my army fatigue now?
Yeah, army fatigue. You don't want us to see you.
Yeah, no, I'll take it off when we are in the shade. All
yeah.
right, cool.
How's Harare? How's business so far at this time?
It's not bad. You know, we must always be thankful for what we have.
Yeah.
Generally, as an economy, you know, we've experienced a lot of problems, if you can put it that way, but if you have got an entrepreneurial mind, you can always find your way, and I guess I've been lucky enough to find my way, even in the harsh economy that we faced for the past few years.
Great. Yeah, so is this the rabbit tree?
It's all about ideas. No, the rabbit tree is on the other side, so let's go around this way.
All right.
This is actually an extension of the eating area.
Oh, okay.
That we are
with a shade, so
yes,
such that in case it rains, people can actually sit in here.
Absolutely.
Oh,
and
great.
We're going to have nice lounges in there, and, you know, I'll tell you the idea later. But for now, this is where my story begins, in the rabbit tree.
All right.
So, if you can join me, please, ladies first.
All right. Wow.
So, Tigress, this is how my story began. You know, I was working in corporate Zimbabwe for a long time.
Yeah.
And I did what I did there, managed to achieve what I achieved there.
Yeah.
But some time back in 2001, I decided that, you know what, corporate life was not for me. I was more hands-on. I wanted to do something for myself. So I ventured out and started doing, funny enough, I was in the motor trade for a while, ran business.
Selling vehicles.
I was actually a services and maintenance center. It did very well for 10 years. Then in 2012, when things were going south for this economy, it didn't make sense anymore for me to be in that industry. So I kind of went into the wilderness for a few years, and I didn't know what to do. I tried this, I tried that, I tried this and that. And then eventually I sat back and said, you know what? Government is talking a lot about farming. Government is promoting people to do farming. And I decided to listen, and I started to do farming at that time. So my first business actually in the farming industry was raising chickens. Around 2012, 2015, everyone was raising chickens in the country. So for me, I thought that's an easy kill because I've been corporate, I know how to do business. So I decided to do chickens, but not just a chicken project per se. I decided to do it as a business. That's when I formed my business called the White Meat Company. And my idea was to sell white meat to the people because white meat was becoming very popular worldwide for many reasons, notably health reasons. And I wanted to run a health narrative along, you know, good eating, good living, and then living healthy kind of thing. So I said to myself, I'll do chickens and I'll do white meat. So when I started doing chickens, it was good for a minute, it was good for a while, and then we got I don't know what you call it, but I felt that there was market saturation in that business. Also, I very quickly noticed that there are big players in that industry, the poultry industry, especially the chicken rearing. Very big players. I won't mention them by name, but they controlled the value chain
That is from rearing to...
from the egg to the chick to the feed, and then to the market. They compete with you when you've produced your chickens. So to me, I felt that I needed something that could that I could actually control the value chain. Somewhere I would have at least a minimal, control of the value chain from my production to the marketplace. So that's how I came up with rabbit production, which was also a natural complement to my white meat company.
Yeah, sure.
You understand?
Yeah.
So this is the outcome of the idea.
This
Okay.
is great.
This is my rabbitry, and to start this, I actually sold. You said some people want to be inspired. I
Yeah.
didn't borrow money, I didn't look for funding, but what I did is I looked around me and saw what I had at my disposal. I sold a motor vehicle. I remember at that time I got $8,000 for it, and I took that $8,000. I built these sheds that you see here. And I also bought these cages that you see and the initial breeding stock of the rabbit. Now, talking about the rabbits, I focused on the New Zealand white.
Which one is the New
is-
Zealand white?
This one here, if you can take a picture
Oh.
of this guy.
Yeah. Oh, this is...
You see, this is New Zealand white. Or that guy who's
It's so
dancing over
cute.
there. Yeah, you see?
Yeah.
So I then decided to focus on the New Zealand white. Obviously, after some study, the University of YouTube, I went on YouTube.
Oh, I actually wanted to ask you, where did you learn the knowledge? So actually you can learn a lot of things. You can actually learn on YouTube.
100%.
100%. So you went on
100%,
YouTube,
absolutely.
researched.
Absolutely. I went on YouTube, I researched, I spoke to people, joined a few rabbit groups, all right, and started getting as much information and knowledge as I could in the shortest time possible. Whilst I was doing that, I'd already set my mind on doing the rabbitry, so I'd already sold my car, bought this equipment, and bought the breeding stock. But
So how many years have you been doing it now?
this is now my third year.
Your third year.
My third year, and it's been a very interesting success story for me, because once I started doing the rabbitry and then decided to go pure white, you can see there's two remnants of some chinchillas there.
Oh, those ones are called
Those-
chinchillas.
The grey ones, yes. You hear of your chinchilla coat? They are made from that rabbit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mink, the animal mink is now a protected species. You cannot hunt mink. They used to have those mink coats, those expensive ones. Because that is now been outlawed, you can't hunt mink anymore. The natural replacement was the rabbit.
Okay.
So they now make chinchilla coats and clothing out of these things. So I then decided to go pure white for many reasons. One, they have got a high disease resistance compared to the other breeds that are available locally. Two, they've got a low mortality rate of the infants, and they've got a higher production rate or productivity rate, and also they are not prone to disease as much as the other species. So I naturally decided to do this. And also talking about chinchilla coats, I thought down the line somewhere we can also start producing fair coats for the clothing industry as a byproduct of our business here. But so far we do meat, we do manure, we do urine,
yeah.
which is used as an organic fat or an insecticide.
Fertilizer, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of an idea of the income streams that we are enjoying from the rabbitry. So I guess the next thing you're gonna ask me is, how did we end up with the food place?
How did you end? Yeah, because I knew you through the food place, the white meat company, the food place. So how did you end up?
Hole, yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love to share my story, because when it started, the idea of running a restaurant was not part of it. The idea was to capitalize on the meat production, obviously the fares coming from the rabbits and the fertilizers coming from the rabbits, because this is what I had started on YouTube. But over time, I then realized that rabbit meat market was a problem in the country, because I had so many people talking to me and asking me, where are you going to sell? Where are you going to get the market? And then also in those groups where I was present, I then realized that rabbit meat market was a problem for local rabbit farmers. So I then sat down and started thinking and cracking my head, how am I going to solve this? I decided to create my own market. So I looked around and I saw that there was no place in Harare that was selling rabbit meat as an offered or had rabbit meat on their offerings. I also remembered that years back we had a place that we used to call Adelaide that used to do rabbit meat, and people would flock there for rabbit meat. So I said to myself, why do I not resuscitate that idea? Create a space where people can come and enjoy not only rabbit but white meat, and run it along the healthy eating for healthy living narrative that I had been thinking of.
Yeah, that's great. So thinking about your revenue and business, which one is more rewarding? Is it the restaurant part or is it the rabbit? Do you sell the rabbit, or do you cook all the rabbits that you rear? And do you is it the manure? Like which one is the most rewarding? Is it the rabbit or the restaurant?
Oh, almost sounds like a trick question, because I have been asking myself the same question, but quite frankly, the restaurant now has emerged as the cornerstone of the business. Although I like to maintain the rabbitry as the foundation of the business.
Yeah.
This is the backbone of the business. Everything is stemming out of this. So I have plans to actually expand this tenfold over time. However, to answer you directly, the restaurant has been a cash cow. Because I underestimated how much people were going to love the idea of white meat. So they've been coming here in increased numbers, such that I've had to outsource rabbits. So now I've created myself a network of rabbit farmers like myself who supply to me. Not only that, I've now ventured into making rabbit cages and then inviting people to go into this business. So I will supply a rabbit cage to them, supply the breeding stock to them, and then buy back whatever they produce and cook it in the restaurant.
I see it. Yeah. The chain.
The value chain.
You're trying to also get the whole chain from production to, which is really great, because because that's how you get to scale and expand in some businesses. What would you tell someone who is interested in getting into rabbit farming? And are you also available in case someone wants to reach out to you for advice in terms of rabbit farming?
Yes, absolutely. I'm available. And I've actually been putting myself out there speaking to people, especially customers that come here. They always get excited seeing the rabbits, so we show them, and then a sizable number of them have said we want to get into this project. To them it looks easy, and actually it is easier than some projects that I've been involved in. So yes, I would say to people, try it, get into rabbit farming. It is not as difficult as it looks, or as you might have heard, but we are available to train you, to teach you, to guide you, to even provide the breeding stock that you need, as well as the housing for the rabbits. We can, contact us. I'm sure we'll give you our contact details, and then you can talk to us and we'll help you along. Let's have a chat.
So is farming rewarding? Because a lot of young people feel like dirty job. Like lots of people would want to be in the corporate world, and then now you're coming from the corporate world, getting into farming, because in Africa, most places people consider farming as a poor people thing and all that. So is farming rewarding?
I would say 100% it is. For me, in my personal journey, like I said earlier, I was in the motor trade before, and now I'm doing farming. And for me, I feel satisfied because I'm doing something that I love, something that I can actually see, something that I have a control over. Unlike when I was doing cars, I had passion for it back then. But now if I had to choose between farming and cars, I would prefer to do farming.
All right. So thank you so much, Brian. We appreciate your...
Bright.
Why
Bright.
do I think your name is... Because Bright is not a very common name. Maybe is it common?
Well, not really, no. And just to make you feel better, it's everybody's mistake.
Everyone calls you Brian.
But I always say, look up in the sky. You see
It's
how
so
bright
bright.
it is? Yeah, then you know my name.
All right. So thank you so much, Bright. I appreciate. Thank you for sharing your story. And I hope your story inspires a lot more people. I'm definitely going to leave a link to his... how you can get him, be it the restaurant, be it the rabbits. I'll definitely leave a link to that in the description. And yeah, until next time, I'm going to say goodbye in your language.
Bye-bye.
No, bye-bye is not. No, that's slang.
It's a bastardization of the word bye-bye. but
No,
yes.
what's the right way of saying it? Until
yes.
next time, Sarah is a Kanaka.
Yeah, all right. Thank you.
All right.
Chicken feet.
Oh, chicken feet. Oh, I have to try this.
Starter.
So the starter is chicken feet. I remember people telling me that I must try this in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, share there.
Chicken feet. I'm happy to try chicken feet for the first time in my life.
And I don't know why I'm so weird. I'm like,
You did for the culture.
Gizzards. Yeah, chicken feet mixed with gizzards.
So we just finished the legs.
Fish.
Maclax. So we're gonna have fish and
Rabbits.
rabbit and saza and
ugali.
chomolia. Yeah. It's called chomolia or chimolia.
It's just mavejapa. It's kovo.
Kovo. Okay.
Just a sauce on the side for those who like a bit of gravy.
All right.
Come and join you guys just now.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Enjoy. Bon appetit.
Merci.